I, I, I believe when I was growing up that I was not the fastest, I was not the biggest, I was not the best dribbler, I was not the best shooter, I was not the best whatever. I believed that I was not the best, but I believed that I was a smart player. The indoor game was for me, man. I mean, I was like, okay, I can do this. You know, I love playing it off the boards. I love banging into the boards. I love the physical part of it and the excitement of it. And I remember scoring a few goals. My thing was somehow I needed to get to those boards. I needed to bang on those things and I needed to celebrate. And it was perhaps my last goal that I would ever score. And it was like that every time. And it was, that was me. To me, that goal, that particular time, it was just a highlight that I needed to express for something to come out of me. And yeah, if it's flamboyancy, absolutely, if that's what they call it, but I call it just clear excitement for the fact that that's what you get paid for.
Game-winning goal is overtime, and this is what it's all about. God, man, I'm excited. This is beautiful.
Chico Borja, born in Ecuador, raised in New Jersey, American collegiate star, member of the U.S. national team.
Absolutely not. I play hard. I played as hard as I could every single game. I don't remember having a bad game, and I don't think that's saying that I'm egomaniac or whatever. I never did. I play hard. I score goals. After the game, it took me a long time to recuperate from those highs that I took myself into. To realize that we had an amazing product that was community-based, to see what the product was and to see how amazing it was, how you come in Wichita, are you ready? And it just went crazy, and the people see us playing the games and hoping, and there's another season that we lost in the playoffs, and man, we get behind them again and again and again and again until it was over. But while he was there, man, it was fun. It was awesome.
Now with those player introductions, here is PA announcer J.B. Johnson. And now, Wichita, are you ready?
Starting to wear me out. I wasn't even playing.
We're trying to figure out if 16 is a record or not.
Not sure. We're going to have to check with Mike unofficial, official wings historian on that. Here comes the green team.
The green team, the green guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, the green team.
Woo! Oh, some people like it. And I'm, of course, your public address announcer, Jared Cirillo. Thank you so much for coming out to Hartman Arena tonight. And let's introduce our Wichita Wings mascot. We couldn't get this done without Chico. Chico, of course, named after his favorite Wichita Wings player and legend, Chico Borja. Chico will be out in the stands all game long, so kids, make sure mom and dad have the phone ready to take some pictures with Chico. Yeah! Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome tonight's opponent, the Colorado Inferno FC. Playing goalkeeper, wearing number 0, Brando Bustos. At number 2, playing defense, Aaron Douglas. Wearing number 3, also on defense, Marcus Jordan. Number 4 on defense, Francisco Evora. Wearing number 5 on defense, Armando Gonzalez. Number 6 at midfield, Ishmael Morales. Number 7 at midfield, Devin Gudicesi. Wearing number 10 at midfield, Francisco Rivas. Number 11 at midfield, Frankie Perez. Wearing number 12 on defense, Josu Jimenez. Number 13 on defense, Darwin De La Rosa. Wearing number 14 at forward, Steve Torres. At midfield, number 15, Dorian Hill. Number 16 at midfield, Ben Guido. Wearing number 20 at forward, Ventura Dominguez. And number 28, playing goalkeeper, Casey Gasson. Colorado Inferno FC are coached by head coach John Wells. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm Wichita welcome to the Colorado Inferno. Wichita, are you ready? Let's introduce tonight's Wichita Wings. Wearing number 1 at goalkeeper, Aaron Parent. Starting defender from Hartlepool, England, number 2, Kieran Lakey. number 13, Taylor Henry. Wearing number 14 on defense, Chris Thompson. Wearing number 16 on defense, your team captain, Kevin Tenai. At midfield, number 17, El Pointe, David Lucio. On defense, number 18, Daniel Sack. At forward, number 19, Juan Zamora. At forward, number 21, your Wings leading scorer, Branson Felty. Also at forward, number 25, the California kid, Jared Robbins. Ladies and gentlemen, big Wichita welcome our first active duty military Wichita wing, number 35, Thomas Morton. Wearing number 58, in goal, the lawman, Stephen Hammerstein. At midfield, number 82, the Eagle, Colin Lauter. Your head coach, Roger Downing. Assistant coaches, Kevin Tenai and Kyle Eno. Tonight's trainers are Serena Little and Eddie Uloa. Ladies and gentlemen, these are your Wichita Wings. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing and remove your caps. Direct your attention to the west goal. The Tornado Alley Young Marines Color Guard are presenting the colors of the United States of America. The Young Marines strengthens the lives of America's youth by teaching the importance of self-confidence, academic achievement, honoring our veterans, good citizenship, community service, and living a healthy, drug-free lifestyle. The program focuses on character building and leadership and promotes a lifestyle that is conducive to being productive members of society. Now, please join us in paying respect to our colors as Ben Winter sings our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare of bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, everyone, welcome into tonight's MASL2 broadcast. Tonight's match between the Wichita Wings and the Colorado Inferno. I'm your host tonight, Peter Espinosa, and next to me, Wings legend, LeBaron Holloman. LeBaron, thanks for joining us here tonight.
Absolutely. Looking forward to another great game tonight.
So one thing I want to address before we kick off here, LeBaron, is kind of the Wings' Achilles heel last year, which was back-to-backs. Back-to-backs were incredibly tough for the Wings last year. struggled in all of them, and they didn't see a lot of success. In your time as a player, as a coach, in the indoor game, it's just something you have to deal with every year. It's not like outdoor and indoor. You play many back-to-backs every year. What are some of the keys to recovering quickly, turning things over, and being strong on that second day?
I think one of the keys is, you have to manage the game. If you're a pressing team, maybe you can't press as much in that second game. Doesn't mean you don't press, but there's times when you pick and choose your times. And so managing the game and managing your shifts, that's very important in the second game. You don't want to be out there very long. I'm saying, normally 45 seconds to a minute 30 shifts, and then you're off the field. That's going to be very crucial to managing this second game.
Yeah, one thing I always focus on, and I like players that they sub when it's convenient, not when you're tired. That's important, right?
That's very important, because if you wait until you're tired, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be spending the rest of that quarter to try and recoup yourself and recover yourself. Whereas if you're getting off before you get tired, you saving yourself, saving your legs, and making it easy for yourself to get through the game.
Perfect. So we'll get underway here with the Wings wearing black tonight, black tops, white shorts, attacking from right to left. The Colorado Inferno, orange tops and bottoms, attacking from left to right. Last night's game, a bit of a blowout for the Wings, 16-5, a couple of hat tricks from Kevin Tenite, Colin Lauder. You had new target man Juan Zamora into the lineup for the first time, had a couple assists. We'll be interested to see how he adapts with the indoor game, but a player that really continued his hot streak was Branson Felty. What do you like about him, LeBaron?
I like Branson. He's a goal scorer. He does a good job of getting himself into goal-scoring positions, and he gets on balls that you wouldn't expect him to get onto. And he's just got a knack for the ball and a knack for goal. He's a fun kid to watch.
Perfect. He's set a high bar for himself. We'll see if he can continue tonight. With chance off the bat here with Kieran Laking from Jared Robbins. Great early opportunity. That's some really good indoor soccer. Played to the target man, laid off for a shooter. Wings, no signs of rust at the moment. As we're a minute in here, and Jared Robbins will get a shift, as will a couple other players here.
That's smart subbing right there. Maintaining possession, getting off when you're in possession, early in the game, keeping those shifts short.
Mm-hmm. And keeping the defense on as long as possible.
Exactly. Because you got to remember, they're in the same boat as the Wings are. They played yesterday just as well, and so their legs are probably going to be just as heavy, if not more, because they probably had to do a lot of defending yesterday.
A lot of defending. Didn't get to sleep in their own beds. Had to travel. So hopefully the Wings can take advantage of the home court here. And there's Branson in a great position once again on that back post, like we talked about earlier, LeBaron. He's always in that spot where you're supposed to be there. Just couldn't convert.
Yeah, he was in a good position. That was a good find from Colin Lauder to find him in that position. He just misconnected on the ball. But he's going to get more chances like that, and I'm going to bet on him scoring those, though, on the next few chances he gets.
Yeah, that's from what we've seen so far, that back post tap in is his bread and butter. So we'll see him there again. Right here we've got Brent Hobson into the game. Had a good start to the season after injuries took him out of the entire year last year, besides a couple preseason games. He's back and building strength in that injured knee over and over again. Colin Lauder on the ball now. Got smacked in the face hard early in the game last night, and we thought that we might have an issue on our hands, and then he went on and scored a hat trick. So great game for him.
Yeah, it's one of those where he took that block shot off the head last night, and you're always a little concerned for him, but he recovered well.
Wings have had pretty much possession for the entirety of the game so far. We're almost 3 minutes in, and the Wings have had 3 or 4 attempts on target, and like I said, the majority of the possession. The Inferno have just been defending the whole time. Zach's in a bit of a precarious position here, does well. And the Wings will try to work themselves back onto the offensive end, and they do.
That's great work on the boards from Colin Lauder right there. That's good indoor play.
And now he'll get a sub. Once again, Wings, they're maintaining possession. They're poised. They're keeping this Inferno defense on very well. It's a tough way to start the game for Colorado, having to defend for 3, 4, 5 minutes potentially.
And that may be their game plan, though, to limit space that the Wings have to play in and because they don't want to, give up, as many goals as they gave up last night. So that could be part of their game plan, is to sit in a little bit and absorb a little pressure.
Number 4, Matt Sherrod into the game for the first time tonight. Christian Lima out wide to Ten Eyck. Branson turns and he sends Lima down the boards. Lima doesn't have a ton of help, so he'll have to hold up here, and he's double teamed, but does really well to play back to Kevin. Kevin across goal to Matt Sherrod, and almost gets a foot on it to back heel past the keeper, but that would have been an incredibly daft finish if he got that in.
Very much so, very much so. He did. That was a good driven ball in from Kevin Ten Eyck there. But yeah, you're right. That would have been a very daft touch to get a goal there.
One note, different starting keeper for the Inferno tonight is Brando Bustos is starting. Last night it was Casey Gasson, so we'll see a new keeper. He played the fourth quarter last night, been getting the start tonight, so we'll have to keep an eye out on that. And Hammerski, the Wings goalkeeper, gets his first touch of the night as he collects a ball ricocheted off the boards from the Inferno, and the Wings can restart here. Lucio's got a lot of space in the middle to drive at his defender here. And he poor touch, that'll turn the ball over, and the Wings just, as Roger Downing, coach of the Wings, puts so much pride on getting five guys behind the ball, defense first, and work out from there.
That's important. You're right. The indoor game is, you like to think it's about scoring goals and everything, but the reality is the teams that can defend the best are the teams that are going to get the most results.
Yeah, that's one thing that the Wings definitely pride themselves on, is defense first, and even more than that, all 5 guys working for each other, working for the team, because when that happens, good things are going to happen on the offensive end, because the transition will be good. You'll have fresh legs, and if everybody's working for each other, it's good team chemistry all around is going to be had.
Absolutely. David's going to have to pick his game up. That's 3 possessions he's been in, and he's lost possession 3 times. So he's going to have to really, he needs to pick his game up, because the Wings need him, to be a big player.
Yeah, he's one of the guys who can break down and go 1v1 on this team. There's not a ton of guys that can do it, but he's definitely one of them. And even though he scored a couple goals last night, I think he definitely is primed for an even better breakout game. He's got to improve a little bit, make better decisions on the ball and his defender, and a lot of times keep it simple, just push and go. That's what he's so good at.
Yep, that's the thing that I'm noticing is, sometimes he just needs to simplify his game. There's nothing wrong with getting on the ball, giving it, and getting it again. He doesn't have to look to go 1v1 every possession.
Wings will have a restart here at the top of the box. Brent Hobson on the ball. Kevin's going to come around and hit this. And he does. The wall does its job and blocks it, but the Wings will retain possession here through Brent Hobson. Ball down the right to Jared Robbins. He holds up. He turns in really well, needs some help, finds it through Kieran Laking. Kieran back to Jared. Now back to Kieran. Wings can restart things here in this half-court offense.
That's a great ball.
Oh, wow. Lovely nutmeg ball from Brent Hobson into Jared Robbins, and he definitely meant it.
Of course, there was no question he meant that. That was by design. It's a great ball into Jared's feet.
While the Wings have not scored yet in this game, they have been absolutely dominant. They have had the majority of possession still, and they're going to call that a block. That'll go out of bounds. Wings will have a free kick near the corner spot. But once again, LeBaron, no goal, but they've started incredibly strong, confident, and the game plan is hold the ball, be patient, the goals will come.
Exactly, and you're right. It's not a matter of if they're going to score, it's just when that goal's going to come. And this is what they got to be careful of right here, though.
The break. Inferno on the break, and they're going to score, and it's kind of the sucker punch there. Number 5, Armando Gonzalez on the goal, and that the Wings shouldn't be too down about that because they've been very good. They've held it well, but you're right. One foul touch there from Alex Perez in the middle, and it sends the Inferno on their way. That's exactly what they wanted.
Right, and that's the thing you have to worry about once when you're doing a good job of keeping possession but not scoring is that one off chance that you get a missed touch, and in an indoor game that can lead to a breakaway situation like we just saw.
So we're going to have the media timeout here. We're going to stick with you, LeBaron and I. So what's Coach what's Coach Downing telling them now? It's got to be good, but same things over and over. But we have to be cognizant when you're the last man with the ball. Quick decision making.
Absolutely, and I think a lot of it is like we got to keep doing what we're doing. All right, maybe find the target player a little more and get better runs off the target player, because there's a lot of times when it's played into that target player, that run is not always there, and if it is, it's a little delayed.
So quick intervention in the Wings timeout huddle. They're quickly back out there. I think they know they need to just continue doing what they're doing. But the Inferno do take the lead 1-0 through an Armando Gonzalez goal on the break. It kind of nutmeg Stephen Hammerski here. He won't be too pleased with that finish. But the Wings will restart here through Juan Zamora. Great ball from Christian Lima
this
down
is where
the right.
Zamora has to read the game a little better. Right there, he should have been paying attention to maybe Brent playing that ball off the boards and get himself in the middle of the box.
Juan Zamora, he played 1 year with Wichita Selection, another local indoor team, but doesn't have a ton of experience, obviously, at this level. But I see him in practice. We see what he can do. Christian Lima, incredible back flick that almost went in. Keeper made a great save, really. From my angle, looked like it was going to sneak in that back post. Now the Inferno are on the break again here.
Wichita's done a good job of getting players back, though.
Well done. Great block from Daniel Sack. Sack, that is Juan, a bit of a mistake there. He didn't make sure that the Wings had cleared that yellow line before he went for a sub, so he gets stuck on, but then draws a foul, so he'll be able to get a sub now, so he kind of bails himself out.
Yeah, you're right. You got to make sure you have clear possession before you look to get off. And that's just one of those indoor soccer nuances, that he'll pick up and he'll learn from.
Right, and back to Juan, we spoke a little bit about him. He's got so much skill, and he's a big, long body, long arms, long legs. He's tough to defend from behind. Once he gets the knack of the fundamentals of the indoor game, he's going to be a real threat for the Wings. David Lucio's going to draw a foul there, and the Wings will have a restart. Kevin will retake. Lima chipped into Jared. Jared tries to flick it back to Kieran, but cut out by an Inferno defender, and the Inferno will try to clear, and he'll draw a foul through Jared Robbins. That was Francisco Rivas on the ball, drawing the foul, and he will restart as well. So 6 minutes, 10 seconds left here in the first, and we've got a bit of a slow start. Wings have been dominant, but the Inferno hit them on the break to take the lead. But that really hasn't slowed the Wings' game plan. They still, even out of the timeout, and Taylor Henry's got an injury. He's limping to the bench here just because it must be something he just can't shake off this shift, so he's going to go and get a quick sub, and now Colin Lauder will draw a foul. I didn't see what happened to Taylor, but we know he has had his knee injuries in the past, so hopefully that's not anything on that same knee. And he's down somewhere on the bench. We'll keep an eye on that. Here's Colin Lauder, and a great save, sliding save from the Inferno keeper, Brando Bustos, and they're on the break again. This is exactly what they want the game to turn into. Yes, they definitely want to. Like I said, they're sitting in, waiting on that counterattack. Mm-hmm. Just waiting for a mistake to pounce on, which they've done a couple times. So Wings will have to be just a little bit more careful in possession, especially on the defensive end, and make sure that there's people showing for the ball for help so they can get out properly, get subs, and restart the attack with some fresh legs. We got a 2-on-2 situation here. Colin Lauder tries to hit Branson Felty out wide, and the Inferno once again are going to come back on a 3v3. Oh, and Kieran, just in the nick of time, clips it away from the Inferno attacker, and we'll have a Stephen Hammerski throw. So, LeBaron, the game plan has worked to a certain extent. They've had a lot of possession. The game's starting to even kind of balance out. As we approach the first quarter here, do the Wings need to do anything different to finish out strong and get ready for that second quarter? I mean, is the game plan just now, do they need to switch it up and speed things up, or what do you think?
I think right now, they're okay. They're okay right now. Here we go with a free kick in a dangerous area. I think they're okay right now. Maybe second quarter, maybe come out and press a little bit, show a different look to what they're going to do. And, that's going to be the key is, variation. Can they vary, the sitting back, pressing a little bit, put them under pressure. So I think they're okay right now, though.
So we'll have a restart here through Brent Hobson on the right wing. He plays across to Matt Sherrod, who, good shot, well struck, kind of right at the keeper. Easy save for Bustos, and Matt Sherrod is caught in possession. And once again, the Inferno look to go, but Alex Perez covers well. And that's got to be 3-line. Oh, save before. So the Inferno are bailed out. Colorado now kind of slowing things down, getting their subs.
Yeah, Colorado's done a good job of getting themselves into this game, establishing a good rhythm for themselves now.
Yeah, they absorbed the pressure
Delayed
early.
2 minutes coming out now.
Oh,
Delayed
yeah.
2 minutes coming out on, I believe it is Daniel Sack.
So the Wings, once the Wings get possession, they should stop it here. Yeah.
Oh,
So
no.
I can't tell who he pointed
pointed
at
to
here.
Sherrod.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Matt slid in there trying to intercept a pass on the left side. He was a bit late, and so he's going to get a 2-minute penalty. So the Inferno will go on the penalty and the Wings on the penalty kill with Branson Felty. Taylor Henry looks like he's shaking it off. That's a very good sign. Kevin Tenike and Daniel Sack. As far as I can remember, I don't think the Wings had to kill a penalty last night because the one blue card came with another blue card with
Correct.
the Inferno. That was a 4v3.
Correct. It was a 4v3 and then it was 4v4 for a while.
So this is the Wings' first penalty kill attempt in this 2-game series. Kevin's just going to clear it here long. And the Wings will reset.
Looks like the Wings are set up in a box. Now they're in a rotating box. Yeah, they're in a rotating box to defend,
Inferno bringing in some subs pretty early in their power play here. Not sure if they didn't have the right personnel on or what.
Yeah,
but
I think they didn't have the right personnel on because there was a couple players that were screaming from the field to get somebody else on. So I think they didn't have the right personnel on. Right now, the Inferno's playing into Wichita's hand. Marcus Jordan, he did a good job of setting up in the middle there. Okay, but before that, they weren't putting anybody in that middle position to satisfy that space right there.
So Taylor Henry with the clearance and recovers. Yeah. There he is in a shot from Marcus Jordan, high and over the boards, and we're going to get a restart. Hammerski's looking up into the ceiling. I think the ball got stuck, which haven't seen that one before.
Well, it's still down the hallway. They're still chasing it.
Yeah, it's a long hallway down there, so and there's a few rooms it could pop into, so you never know. Hammerski throws long for Lucio, and now Lucio's got a one-on-one situation. Ball doesn't bounce his way. Good save from Brando Bustos as Lucio does get a shot off, but it's from a tight angle. Very tough to sneak that one by the keeper.
Yeah, that was a tough angle. You're right. It was a very tough angle. Plus, with him being a lefty, too, it made it even tougher.
So we've got 30 seconds left in the penalty kill for the Wings, and they've done well. Not any real significant opportunities yet for the Inferno, so good kill so far for the Wings.
Yeah, and again, the Inferno's playing into Wichita's hand. They're not moving the ball very quick, and it allows the Wings to get into their positions, get set up to defend it. They're not shifting them around, as much as they should.
Yep. 5 seconds left. The Inferno are going to have a shot here through Marcus Jordan. And they're still in a dangerous position. Ball played across the goal line very well. Just no Inferno attacker there to tap it in. Matt Schrott out of the penalty box, and we'll go 5v5 once again here with 1:24 left in the first. Colorado Inferno 1, Wichita Wings
if
0.
Colorado plays this right, well, as I say that, they give up possession. You know, they would have kept possession a little bit more. They had a group of 4 that had been out there a long time. They could have left them out there and created some a dangerous scenario to where they could have maybe got a good look on goal.
Ball played into the far right corner for Jared Robbins. He's double teamed and dispossessed. And Inferno looking to go back the other way. But now we've got a Wings double team, and looks like Jared Robbins will come out with it again. And then once again, a bit of a scattered run of play there from both sides. But Marcus Jordan does well to create a fast break for the Inferno. 40 seconds left here in the first. Kieran Laking cuts out well. 30 seconds left. Wings going to try to make sure that they end this corner at least just 1-0 down to the Inferno. The Inferno still on the attack here. Ball played into the left corner, but nothing doing, so they'll cycle back out. 8 seconds left, and it looks like the Inferno are just gonna hold on here and take their 1-0 lead into the second.
There's a much more poised game coming from Colorado in this game. Much more poised, more more. They got a little bit more control of themselves in this game than they did last game. They were pretty scattered last game, and a little bit more organized tonight.
Yeah, they've tracked their runners well, and they absorbed the early pressure. Even though the Wings had 3 or 4 good looks, it didn't rattle the Inferno. They absorbed the pressure well, and they were really patient. Then when the opportunity came, they converted. So if that was their game plan, very well done, and they finished on the break. So they'll be very happy with that first quarter.
I think so too. Like I said, I think their game plan was to kind of sit in and absorb that pressure and then look to get out on a counter, and that's exactly how they scored their goal.
And not only on the goal, multiple opportunities after that. Actually, folks, we're going to let Johnny Freedom, we're going to give him the mic here and let him talk about new Wings player Thomas Morton here. We'll let him take it away for a few minutes. So, folks, I'll fill you in a little bit about what Johnny Freedom was talking about. We've got a special player for the Wings tonight, Thomas Morton, number 35, first active duty military professional player here for the Wings, and he's a guy that came through tryouts this year, and he's committed. He is a guy. He's at every practice. He works incredibly hard. His wife comes to every practice. They love it. They love the Wings. They love the atmosphere. And it's we're happy to see him here on the bench, and hopefully we get to see him on the field tonight.
Excellent. That's a great story. And that's what the Wings right now are about, is giving these guys, and these Wichita guys, a chance to showcase themselves, and it's another great opportunity right there.
Coach Roger Downing, he's very loyal to his guys, loves commitment, and he loves effort, and Thomas has got all of it. So, like I say, hopefully Thomas gets an opportunity for a shift or two, and maybe even more tonight. He's absolutely earned it, and we thank him for his service as well. Special moment for him and the Wings tonight. So, second quarter kicking back off here. The Inferno take the kickoff. Colin Lauder, a good defensive play off the referee, back to him.
I think it was a little fortunate too, because I think that might have been going out.
Yeah. And there's a new rule in the outdoor game. If the ball strikes the referee, it stops dead. Obviously, that has not translated into the indoor game.
Yeah, I don't know if that'll ever translate to the indoor game, because it's too much bang action going on, and they could be having drop balls front, left, right, and center.
Right. It's a lot tighter game. Branson Felty, good pressure. It almost creates a chance for him, but now the Inferno, big throw from their keeper, Brando Bustos, and the Inferno have it here, and they're going to maintain possession. try to work around. Colin Lauder active. 2 really good defensive plays from Colin to win the ball back and relieve some pressure for the Wings. And Lucio going to try to get on the break here. He does really well. And that was tough. He's upset about the call. It was could have gone either way, but Lucio was in one-on-one there.
Yeah, I think that's one of those calls where you kind of flip a coin, or, if you got to flip a coin, you let him play.
But that's kind of what we wanted what we talked about from Lucio. Just he's so quick off the dribble and so quick once he gets up to full speed, just push and go.
Yeah.
Keep it simple, and you're going to create some chances for yourself. He did it there, and he worked his way around really nicely. Matt Sherrod, unlucky there, tries to chest the ball through for an opportunity, and it flicks out of bounds. Matt, smart play for Matt Sherrod. Kind of a dangerous header, but he executed it well back to Hammerski from about 15, 20 yards outside Hammerski's box. So
yeah, that was great execution. You're right.
It's a bit risky.
Yeah, a bit risky. You're right. It's a little bit risky. And good thing Steven was alert to it as well too.
Yeah, Hammerski, we're glad to see him in goal tonight. He picked up an injury on top of a pre-existing injury last night, and after the game he had a wrap on his leg, and it looked kind of stiff, but he good to go. We're always happy to see him in goal, crowd favorite, and obviously Hammerski, great shot stopper, great keeper, and obviously his feet it's tough to find a keeper with feet like his and even a first touch like his. He can get you out of some really squeaky situations. Juan Zamora, well done here to Kevin Tenike. Back to Juan Zamora. And Tenike unselfishly back across the goal to Juan Zamora for his first goal here for the Wichita Wings. And it was almost cut out by Marcus Jordan, but luckily it was recycled, and Kevin Tenike unselfishly back to Juan.
Yeah, no kidding. That's very unselfish because Kevin could have just as easily tucked that ball away himself. But that's a good goal. Juan did a good job of creating that opportunity, going 1v1, freeing himself up. I thought maybe he should have had a shot with his left foot there, but he ended up playing it to Kevin, and it all worked out.
Yeah, Kevin made a good run. It's hard. It's difficult not to play that ball to Kevin when the run he made was obviously from defense and he was in just clean space. So well done from both players right there, and congratulations to Juan on his first Wings goal. Like we said, he had a couple assists last night, so he's already starting to accumulate the points, but first goal here tonight. And Christian Lima gets caught out, smacked in the face. We've got a good block from Brent Hobson. The Inferno stay in possession, and Frankie Perez tries the overhead kick, misses it. Back the other way as Christian Lima breaks through, shot, and a save from Brando Bustos. Cleared near the goal, and a bit of a scramble there. And the Inferno are still not clear, but then we're going to get a foul on Christian Lima, and he bails out the Inferno. They were on the verge of being stuck, and it was clipped out well by Steve Torres, and he did a good job of relieving the pressure there for the Inferno. So the Wings tie it up now 1-1. We've got 12 minutes left in the second, and last night's game, 21 goals. At this rate, we won't see that tonight, but as we all know in indoor, it's a crazy game, and a lot can happen in a very little amount of time, so we'll see.
Yeah, and then one thing I've noticed from Colorado tonight is they're not committing everyone forward. They're playing with two holding in the back, and maybe getting a delayed run off of one of them, but they're playing a little more secure defensively tonight.
The Wings have played themselves once again into a tough position, but Kieran Laking works himself out. Hammerski picks up, and the Wings can go on the break here. Kieran Laking, ball to Jared Robbins at the top of the key. Jared double-teamed and clipped away. And one thing the Inferno have done really well tonight is they have capitalized on their double-team opportunities on the defensive end.
Yes.
Jared has pretty much been held quiet tonight.
They've been real good defensively. I've been impressed with their defense tonight. They're playing with a lot of good energy defensively, which, give them credit. Coming off of a game last night, you didn't really expect that, but they've risen to the occasion tonight to play with good energy on the defensive side of the ball.
And now they're going to have a break here. And a shot. Good save from Hammerski. That was Ishmael Morales. And actually, now that I see, his jersey number 6. Ishmael Morales was actually the goal scorer for Colorado Inferno. Their numbers are very difficult to see on the back of their jersey.
Yes.
They're just kind of penciled in, and it's tough to see. But yeah, I apologize. Juan Zamora again does well to work himself into a shooting situation. Gets a shot off, blocked by the Inferno. Matt Sherrod was creeping. Juan again. Kevin Tenike with the shot, blocked by Morales. And Matt Sherrod tries to shape for a shot, doesn't drop for him. Tenike shot blocked back out to Hobson. But the Wings putting some pressure back on the Inferno, similar to the first 5-6 minutes we saw in the first quarter.
This could be an important spell for Wichita. They've had 2 or 3 good looks early on in this shift. If they can keep the ball moving and keep possession, get a few subs in, they're going to catch the Inferno out.
And here's that opportunity. Brent Hobson on the left, shot, goal. Brent's left, very dangerous. He's such a powerful shot, and like you called it. It could be dangerous. They worked the ball around well. Brent created some space and finished well.
Good finish. You know, found himself in a good goal scoring, good shooting situation, and he finished it, which is what you want to see. You don't want to see him shoot. You want to see him finish the ball, and that's what Brent did.
Yeah, there's certain times on the offensive end to be patient and make the defense work. There, for the last 30, 45 seconds, their defense couldn't really match up correctly. They couldn't really find a rhythm, so the Wings took advantage and continued to try to find that piercing ball through the middle, and they made it happen. It was a good time to push in the offensive third for the Wings.
Yeah, that was a good that was good composure from Wichita in the situation as it was.
So Marcus Jordan wins the ball deep in his own attacking end, gets a shot off, but it's blocked by the Wings. Kieran Laking clears it down the right, but we've still got some work to do to dispel this Inferno attack, but they're going to hold on to the ball, and they're going to restart here at midfield with Devin Gudashesi. I apologize if that is mispronunciated. Well, yeah, Devin Gudashesi. But then we've got a deflection and a Wings free kick here. That'll come through Daniel Sack. So Wings take the lead 2-1. Brent Hobson, your second goal scorer. Juan Zamora, your first. And once again, Ishmael Morales had the goal for the Inferno. And Branson Felty, he is so sneaky, and he scores in kind of unorthodox ways for the indoor game, like you talked about. Brilliant.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he's one of those guys that he has a nose for goal, and he gets on the end of balls that he probably shouldn't, and that was an example. You know, the defender had position on him, but he was able to sneak around him and get the chance to score the goal, and he finished it.
Finished it well with authority. Didn't, just smashed it. When you're that close, just give it a good whack, and you will most likely sneak it past the keeper. And that was top corner, finished well. Branson, I'm telling you, the fans are loving them some Branson Felty.
Good, as they should. He's played well. He's given them something to rally around for sure.
Kevin Tenike is leading point scorer for the Wings right now with 10, but I believe Branson is right behind him with 9. Branson has got all 9 of his points have come from goals. I think Kevin's got 6 goals, 4 assists now with his early assist to Juan Zamora. But Branson, somebody who trained with the Wings last year, played for the M3 team a few times, but really never broke through the first team. But this year, it's like a new start. Man, what a player. And he's, like we talked about, really unorthodox target player.
Yeah.
He's not really back to the ball, foot on the ball, just scoring in creative ways and getting in really dangerous positions.
Well, and I think, take nothing away from, last year is a building year for him, and he was able to learn the game, and he's applying it this year. Wings gotta let off the hook a little bit because Colorado had a 2v1 break, but they didn't capitalize on it.
Yeah, and they're still caught in here, and Juan Zamora with a foul. That'll give the Inferno a free kick about 10 feet beyond the yellow line. So the Wings still have some more defending to do here. In the game for the Wings, Colin Lauder, Juan Zamora, David Lucio, Kevin Teneyck, and Brent Hobson. And a shot from the free kick from a ways out from Armando Gonzalez. And luckily it hits a Wings defender. Good block because Stephen Hammerski, I think, was blinded a bit by the shot.
Yeah, Armando Gonzalez, you got to keep an eye on him. He's got a really good shot with his left foot.
And he's tricky. He's got a good 1v1 game. He's one of their guys that can create for himself in a really tight space.
Yes. Yeah, he's one you got to keep an eye on. You can't give him any good looks on goal because chances are it's going to be in the back of the net.
So, scoring recap here, 3-1 as we go into the media timeout. 7:03 left here in the second quarter. And after going 1-0 down from a pretty commanding opening 5, 6, 7 minutes from the Wings, they stuck with their game plan, and the goals have come like we said. Everybody stepped up on the defensive end. They stayed calm. They've stuck to the game plan, and here they are up 3-1. It hasn't happened as quickly as yesterday, but as the goals start to come in, that builds the confidence and that the game plan's working. Let's stick to it, and then more and more come.
Exactly, and it's not about having the legs. This part of the game is, will you have them? Can you create? Not really create, but can you manage the game in a way so that come into the game, come fourth quarter, you still have the legs you need to see the game out properly.
Absolutely, and the Wings do have fresh legs tonight. Matt Sherrod has come in the midfield. Roger Downing stepped back into the head coach position, not playing tonight. Like we said, they've got Thomas Morton available to run some shifts as well to give some guys a break if they need. Back-to-backs they're difficult. It's a big strain on the team, on the bodies, especially when the majority of your defense is a bit older. Kevin Teneyck, Daniel Sack, Brent Hobson. It's when the bodies get older, the recovery time less than 12, 16 hours. That's hard.
It's very difficult. It's very difficult. I remember back when I was playing, we used to do 3-3s. The people would think that the hardest game was the third game, but really the hardest game was the second game.
3-3s. Wow. Yeah. So we should be lucky that we're not having to run 3-3. That's brutal.
That's back when we had a 40-game schedule too, though.
Right. So as we were talking, Matt Sherrod broke well down the left side. Oh, and Hammerski plays it out. Luckily, he was in front of the yellow line, so we won't have top of the box restart. But that's a rarity from Hammerski.
You see what he was trying to do, though. He was trying to drive it hard into that corner, so it came off the boards to the Wichita Wings player.
Kieran Laking defending well here. Loses positioning. The Wings have got a triple team there and just win it back with some force, and it's cleared up high to Branson Felty. And Branson definitely got to be a foul, got to be a blue, I think. Yep, there it is.
Yeah.
Branson really well done there to get the Wings out of a jam down the line there. And if he was through, he was on goal.
That's good recognition of where he is on the field too, because he should know. If he didn't know it, he probably should know that all he's got to do is push it by him and run. And any type of contact, push yourself into the boards, and you're going to most likely get a foul, definitely a foul, and a 2-minute penalty like we just saw.
So 2-minute penalty on the Colorado Inferno here. And they've got Brent Hobson, Kevin Teneyck, Jared Robbins, Colin Lauder, and Kieran Laking on the power play for the Wings. 6 minutes left here in the second quarter. Ball in the middle to Jared Robbins. Back up top to Brent. Shot, goal. Beautiful.
Yeah, and that starts with a good ball movement, because what it did was it forced the Colorado team to drop in a little bit and sink a little closer to their goal, which allowed Brent to get it closer to the goal and get that shot on goal and have that chance to score, which he did.
Yeah, and he had a lot of time there, too, to think about it, take a touch, set himself well, and fire. And he's, like we said, his left foot, very dangerous. And when you've got that much time, he's going to hit 7, 8 out of 10 of those from that spot.
No doubt. He's on his second goal tonight, too, so we could be looking at another player with a hat trick tonight.
So, a quick power play for the Wings, executed pretty much to perfection. Assist goes to Jared Robbins. And we'll go back 5v5. Inferno on the attack here.
Looks like the Inferno, they've lost their game plan a little bit because earlier they were holding two guys back like this and then playing the balls in and letting them go 3v3 and then delay that run. That's what they were doing a lot earlier.
Oh, goodness. Juan Zamora, what I initially thought looked like a really good tackle is going to be called a foul. And once again, he's upset with that call. It looked all right to me. He anticipated well, got the ball, but maybe the follow-through was a little aggressive.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those where, you know, you don't like it, but I guess you have to accept it. You don't guess you do have to accept it because referees don't change their minds. So it's a free kick in a dangerous area right here. Right there.
Yep.
That's where.
And that's Armando Gonzalez.
Yeah. That's where you like to see. You saw Kieran and Juan go down to block the shot, but that decision has to happen a little bit sooner so that they can get a good block on the ball. They were delayed in that to go down for the block on that.
Yeah, well struck, low, hard, and coming through a string of bodies like that, the low balls for the keepers, it's hard for Hammerski to see. He's covering up top here. Yeah. Everything down low is for the defenders.
Exactly, and that's what I was saying. They should have made that decision to get down low for the block a lot sooner.
Good strike, though. Good goal from Armando Gonzalez from the restart for the Inferno. And a ball down the left boards here from Daniel Sack. And Branson Felty tries to fight his way out there and find Brent Hobson. Can't do it. And now the Inferno have the opportunity to break. But Sack does very well to hold up Ventura Dominguez. There we go, Brent. The header's back to the keeper, especially in tight situations. They're always a little nervy. But Brent and Hammerski communicated well there. Now Marcus Jordan with the ball here for the Inferno. He tells Ishmael Morales to join the attack, but now the Wings have stolen back again. Colin up to Branson Felty. Felty left to Alex Perez. Perez in the Colin Lauder, and an exquisitely worked goal by the Wings on the break.
Very, very nice. That's a very nice goal. Well, that's classic. That's classic right there. Runners coming out of the back. You know, unselfish play once again, finding the guy with the best chance to score the goal.
Yeah. Once again there, the Wings identified that the Inferno had not picked up man-to-man well. They had numbers. Ball played through the middle. Branson Felty picked up a nice high spot, unmarked, turned around, found Alex Perez, put his foot on the ball, took a moment to think, should I shoot? Nope, there's Colin. Ball through the middle, easy tap in for Colin, and really a beautiful indoor goal.
It was, and Alex Perez's first touch is what set that up. He did a really good job of doing that little indoor roll when he got the ball to set himself up to be able to deliver a good pass.
Yeah, gave himself that extra half second to think what the best decision is. Oh, great save from Hammerski. And Lima will try to relieve the pressure for the Wings. High ball up to Matt Sherrod. Well done to keep it within the 3 lines. Matt plays it back to Kevin Tenite. And the Wings now can slow things down again and keep the final 3-4 minutes at their own pace here to end this half strong like they've been here for the majority of the first half.
That's where the Wings can enjoy a little bit of success too. If they lose the ball down in that attacking third and they can put pressure on right away, Colorado hasn't shown that they can break that pressure very good immediately after turnover in that area of the field. As we saw right there, he gave it a ball straight away to Kevin Tenite right about the yellow line.
3 minutes left here in the first half. Wings in control, 5-2. Ball to Juan Zamora inside the box. He's dispossessed, and now the Inferno on the fast break again to the right side here, and a pass. Oh, a great ball to that back post, and I apologize, I can't see the number here of that player. And
16.
Back post, yeah. Ben Guido had an open goal if he gets the right touch on it. He just couldn't get his feet sorted out quickly enough for the tap in. So the Wings get a bit lucky. Now they've got some substitutions happening at the wrong moment. They've got to track back, get behind the ball here.
I think they thought the free kick was theirs. The way they set up for it, I think Colorado actually thought it was theirs too.
So Colorado free kick in the attacking end. Ball played across. Marcus Jordan hit the volley about as well as you could from that situation. And now Branson Felty's got some help down the right here from David Lucio. Lucio looking to take him on. Instead tries to find Branson Felty on the back post. Can't do it. And the game is picked up in pace here from end to end. Wow. And Hammerski needs to just clear that out. They get it half cleared. Restart through Ishmael Morales. Marcus Jordan down low. Ball played across, and Hammerski will collect that. We've got 2 minutes left, and the Wings can once again go on the break. The pace has really picked up over the last minute or so.
Yeah, it has. It really has. This game's opened up. It's a lot more open. But I think you're going to see that, as the game progresses, because guys are going to start to get tired, right? And so it's going to open up more space to play. You're not going to see guys, busting the lung to get back into defensive positions as much because they just don't have the lungs.
Right, so the Wings have got the ball in the attacking end. David Lucio, well done to recover. Now the Wings, if they're smart, they can really play last shot here if they want. Jared Robbins can find Daniel Sack, does. Nice step from Ishmael Morales to dispel that attack, and it'll be collected by the Inferno keeper, Bustos, and now they will have possession with a minute left, but Alex Perez immediately wins it back, and the Wings have got some advantage here. Looks like Sack's going to hold. And Taylor Henry, 1v1, cuts inside, finds Alex Perez, shot, goal. Well done.
Yeah, that was good work from Taylor Henry, though. He took his man off the dribble very well, committed him, and then found Alex Perez, who does a good job of finishing it hard and low.
The Wings have really taken advantage of there always seeming to be someone open. There's always an open man on the defensive end because, like you said, the Inferno have kind of drifted away from that hard work, that communication on the defensive end that we saw in the first 6-7 minutes of the first quarter. And the Wings have done well to be calm and always find that open man that really creates the big opportunity, and the finishing has been great.
Yeah, looks like Colorado's having struggles to decide guys who want to play. They were playing with 4 on the field there and trying to get another guy on, and they just couldn't do it. So, I think maybe they're a little deflated a little bit.
It was about this time, with a couple minutes left in the second quarter yesterday, where we saw we'll come back to that in a minute. Alex Perez, once again, wide open on the right side, shot across, and it's cleared off the line, not once but twice by a Colorado defender. Really well done.
Good thing there's only 28 seconds left because that's Juan's third foul of the quarter.
Oh, yes. Yep. And that was Aaron Douglas for the Inferno on 2 goal line saving blocks, or else the Wings were going to go in 7-2 here. The score will stay 6-2 with 20 seconds left. Big throw from Bustos for the Inferno, and they've got 12 seconds to see if they can create a scoring chance. Kieran Laking does well to intercept the ball. And Colin back the other way, down the left side. Not a lot of help, but he holds it up. Cross for Branson Felty, and it's going to get cleared, and that'll send us to halftime here. So before we take a break, LeBaron, Wings stuck to their game plan well. They're up 6-2. What have you liked so far from this game 2 of this doubleheader?
I've liked how Wichita has managed the game. Right, they've they're doing well in that little I would call a little half-court set. Doing a good job of keeping the ball, moving the ball side to side, and then and then when they lose the ball, they're pressing to win it back, and they're scoring the goals that they're supposed to be scoring. That's the thing I like. the guys that are supposed to be scoring goals, they're scoring them from the positions that they're in.
So as we go to the break, we've got the Wichita Wings 6, the Colorado Inferno 2, and we will be back in about 15 minutes for second half coverage of the Wichita Wings versus the Colorado Inferno.
Sorry, Chico. Sorry, Chico. Come on, come on, come on. I know. I'm sorry.
Hey, welcome to Family Mitsubishi. My name's Elmer. How you doing?
Good.
Hey, I know you're here to upgrade your car.
Yeah.
So I just need the keys and...
Chico, it's okay. We talked about this. It's Family Mitsubishi. We're in good hands.
Hey, Chico, just don't worry about it, man. We're family here. We're gonna take good care of you. Just give me the keys and I will show you that brand new car. All we need now is your signature.
Wait, Chico, you know what? This time, you can drive.
I believe when I was growing up that I was not the fastest, I was not the biggest, I was not the best dribbler, I was not the best shooter, I was not the best whatever. I believed that I was not the best, but I believed that I was a smart player. The indoor game was for me, man. I mean, I was like, okay, I can do this. You know, I love playing it off the boards. I love banging into the boards. I love the physical part of it and the excitement of it. And I remember scoring a few goals. My thing was somehow I needed to get to those boards. I needed to bang on those things and I needed to celebrate. And it was perhaps my last goal that I would ever score. And it was like that every time. And it was, you know, that was me. To me, that goal, that particular time, it was just a highlight that I needed to express for something to come out of me. And yeah, if it's flamboyancy, absolutely, if that's what they call it, but I call it just clear excitement for the fact that that's what you get paid for.
Winning goal is overtime, and this is what it's all about. God, man, I'm excited. This is beautiful.
Chico Borja, born in Ecuador, raised in New Jersey, American collegiate star, member of the U.S. national team.
regrets about your career?
Absolutely not. I play hard. I played as hard as I could every single game. I don't remember having a bad game, and I don't think that's saying that I'm egomaniac or whatever. I never did. I play hard. I score goals. After the game, it took me a long time to recuperate from those highs that I took myself into, to realize that we had an amazing product that was community-based, to see what the product was and to see how amazing it was, how you come in Wichita, are you ready? And it just went crazy, and the people see us playing the games and hoping, and there's another season that we lost in the playoffs, and man, we get behind them again and again and again and again until it was over. But while he was there, man, it was fun. It was awesome.
American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is built to a higher standard, so you can focus on problems that actually matter.
Hey, Dave.
Like giving Jeff his ladder back before he takes it back. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Check the reviews. The people have spoken. Epic Heating and Cooling is the call to make. Make sure your home is safe and efficient with our $79.95 furnace tune-up special. Year-end savings on complete systems. Epic service, not epic prices. Epic Heating and Cooling.
American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is built to a higher standard, so you can focus on problems that actually matter, like figuring out which remote turns the TV on. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Check the reviews. The people have spoken. Epic Heating and Cooling is the call to make. Make sure your home is safe and efficient with our $79.95 furnace tune-up special. Year-end savings on complete systems. Epic service, not epic prices. Epic Heating and Cooling.
Our community, it means everything to us. We live here and we play here. We are the Orange Army. Since 1979, our family is your family. We play for you. The history, it runs deep. And our future, it's
with your captain, Kevin. So Kevin, 6-2 at halftime. What did you guys discuss at halftime?
We just talked about we were going to come out and keep the pressure on them and hopefully put one more goal from the back of the net. Really keep this lead and kind of stretch it a little bit more.
You got a couple, you got specifically one new face in the lineup here, Thomas. We'll be seeing him shortly, I hope. But how are you guys feeling? It's a long game last time, 16 goals, even though it wasn't still a challenging game despite the score, right? How are you guys recovering after? How do you play a back-to-back game?
I mean, we're going to have some heavy legs. That's just part of it. But the thing is, you got to be mentally strong. You got to be mentally tough to fight through it. And fight down the line. That's just how sports go. You got to fight through it.
Well, a couple great goals that both you put together with one more. You made one, put that one back to net, because you also need to get that in from your end. And all the work that Juan put in, you want him to have that goal.
Yeah, you got to get that young on his first goal.
There you go. Your captain, Kevin. Can I? Let's get the singles for these guys.
All right, Wings fans, back here for the second half. Peter Espinosa alongside LeBaron Holloman. LeBaron 6-2, Wings lead, and they're 1/2 away from breaking that last year's duct of not winning a back-to-back. Where they're close. What do you think the Wings are going to look to do here, starting out in the second half, and what's the game plan to finish strong as they've been pretty much the whole weekend?
I think the game plan would be, to be good defensively starting out this game. You got the lead, so, I would used to say, if no one else scores another goal, we win the game, So they want to be strong defensively, I think, and then let the goals happen from there. And then if they get a chance to stretch the lead, then they can stretch it.
The second half starts out lively. Sorry, LeBaron.
No, I was just going to say, so that they see it to the end of the game is, again, they've got to be smart with their shifts. That's the biggest key, is having smart shifts when they play to make sure they've got the legs at the end of the game.
Perfect. So the Inferno start out on the front foot here in the second half. They had a breakaway opportunity, but Taylor Henry covered some serious ground and kind of halted that fast break that really looked like it could have turned into something dangerous. But the Wings will restart here through Hammerski. He'll move the ball in front of the yellow line so he has the ability to play it through the air, and does. Down the left side to Colin Lauder. Might be a little too close to the Inferno keeper. Colin collides with the keeper, and now he's been double-teamed, but comes out on top. Lucio, chance to shoot. Branson on the back post. Chance for a goal as well, but once again, it was high, a little bit in the air, and a really tough one to convert. And Kieran is making Stephen Hammerski, the goalkeeper, work for that. The ball played up near his neck. Hammerski does well, and the Wings get away with one there. So kind of a frantic start here to the second half, but everybody comes away unscathed. And now once again, the ball can't find its way into any sort of rhythm. But 3-on-2 here for David Lucio. Poor ball from David to Branson Felty on a 3v2 opportunity. Really dangerous. Felty put the ball across goal. Colin Lauder is in a scoring position, just couldn't find the finish. Now Colin battling again against two Inferno defenders. Back to Tenite. Good save from Bustos. Combination with the defender. Lucio shot high and left.
David's struggling to find form right now.
Yeah, he's it's not been a great weekend for him, but hopefully the second half will bring better fortune for him. And a shot from Marcus Jordan, blocked, I think, from Kevin Tenike. He looks perturbed at something or at someone. But the Wings can get a few subs and defend this corner kick here. Ball up top. Marcus Jordan again, really good shot. Past Hammerski, but it doesn't beat the post. And the Wings survive. Inferno still on the attack. Easy step for Kevin, and he can go on the break with Juan Zamora. Help from Brent Hobson on the right side here. 3v2 still. Brent's got an opportunity for one, and it's a good ball, just a bit behind Juan. Once again, the Wings working just that little much harder to win those 50-50 balls.
Yeah, and I was watching as that play developed, and there were three Colorado players that weren't interested at all in defending.
Yeah, it's exactly what I saw as well. Wings breaking 3v2, and the three Colorado players that could have turned it into a 3v3 and helped, even towards the latter half of the 3v2, did not break back to help, but the Wings did not capitalize. Jared Robbins, great touch on the move, just can't turn it into a further attacking position, and now the Inferno through, and Christian Lima steps in front to dispossess the Inferno. Back to Hammerski, to the left to Kieran Laking, and now the Wings have an opportunity to push forward.
And this is where they're in trouble. They can't play it back to the keeper. Yeah, he couldn't play it back to the keeper there.
So that is the new rule here in the MASL 2 and the MASL. Keeper has one touch on his feet. So one bit of possession with his feet per possession. And there, Stephen Hammerski didn't have another touch, but had to just clear it, or else it would have just gone in the back of the goal. So it'll be top of the box restart for the Colorado Inferno. They'll get a shot. Good block from Christian Lima. That sliding block. That's one thing we love on the Wings here. We love a sliding block.
Absolutely, and that's what needed to happen on the Inferno's second goal. Mm-hmm. That absolute play from Lima right there.
Right. The slides came. They just weren't anticipated quickly enough.
Correct.
But Lima does well there. And so while the Inferno try to find their way through here, So we talked about that new goalkeeper rule, LeBaron. How do you feel about the new goalkeeper rule? I'm sure you've seen plenty of Wings games this year, some M1 games. How do you feel the new goal has affected both leagues?
I don't think it had as big of an effect as I thought it would. I thought it would make the game a little bit more frantic, but it really hasn't. It really hasn't, and I think it's a good rule, because it keeps the game moving forward, and it enforces a lot of attacking play now.
Yeah, it was something that when I first heard, I kind of questioned it, but once we started to play with it in practice and then we implemented it in the games, we see it's not that difficult. And especially in the M1, everybody's got the skill level to find somebody through the midfield. You don't always need to use the keeper.
Right. Oh, that's
wow.
A great finish. That's a really good finish.
Francisco Rivas, number 10, with the finish there. An absolutely rifled shot across Hammerski's bow onto the side netting. So great finish from him, and the lead is back to 3.
And if I remember correctly, Blake was talking about Francisco Rivas. He was a leading goal scorer last year in M2. So with finishes like that, I can understand and see why.
Yeah, a real offensive threat, and obviously one of the main threats for Kieran. What a take, and a pretty good save from the Inferno Bustos. Kieran took it well off the chest and put a target on goal, just didn't have enough pace to beat Bustos. Now, Taylor, well done. Lucio turns it over, but Taylor bails him out into Branson Felty in the middle, and he somehow comes away with it away from 3 Inferno defenders. Just smart. Takes his opportunities when they're not there. He gets out of dangerous positions. Taylor also wriggles out of a double team. Tenike tries to find Felty through the middle. Cut out by Marcus Jordan. Lucio recovers. Wings have the ball again. Lucio 1v1 with the defender here now. Cuts inside to his favored left. There's a good shot. That's what we like to see from Lucio. Juan Zamora capitalizes on a poor defensive touch from an Inferno defender and taps in for a second of the night.
That's a good heads-up play, but let's go back to, what David Lucio did. That's his game right there. That's what he's capable of, and we need to see more of that from David Lucio.
The very direct play. We know that he's stronger on his left than his right, but we know that, but the other team might not know that, and that cut to his left, his first touch is so quick to just blow by a defender and hit, and that is more the David Lucio we like to see right there, and if he continues to implement that direct style into what we know he can do, I mean, the goals are going to come for him more and more. But kudos to Juan Zamora. Great. That's a real attacker's goal there, capitalizing on a poor touch. Just a toe poke tap in with an opportunity created from poor defending. So 2 on the night for him. Now we've got
that should have been a foul on Colorado right there. He just took, who was that down for?
I think that's Brent Hobson.
He just took Brent down.
He was holding his chest, so maybe got a little bit of the wind knocked out of him or something of that sort, but seems to be something in the abdomen, sternum region. Well, he's up and looks like he'll be all right. He'll probably get a sub and take a break for the next shift. Wings restart through Colin Lauder. Smacked against an Inferno player, Ben Guido, and then played out through Hammerski, but intercepted by Guido. Now the Inferno can break again. Shot off the boards. Oi, and that's a high boot that, once again, borderline could have been called by the referee. It's not. Play resumes, and now we've got a yellow card on Daniel Sack for, I assume, dissent because he wasn't happy with the high boot.
Yeah.
Crowd not happy either. What happened there was Francisco Rivas, had a right to go for the ball. It was bouncing around in the box. He's trying to capitalize on an opportunity and score. I'm not sure if his foot actually collided with Daniel Sack's head or not, but I think he was more upset about the intent of the play.
Yeah, I think so. And, it's a passionate game. It's a very passionate game, and Daniel got caught up in the moment, I think, and and said something he shouldn't have said.
Yeah. But I mean, ultimately, Rivas is a goal scorer. He doesn't care how the goals come. If he's got to, whip his foot up in the air to tap it in from a high position, he'll take the chance and get a foul. So it's a physical game. That's part of it. But it will not be a 5v4 situation because it's a yellow card. So we'll stay 5v5. But Daniel Sack will spend 5 minutes in the penalty box, and I'm sure there will be some sort of shift in the Wings' defensive line. We'll see how Roger Downing and co handle that. Hammerski cleared well through the middle. Oh, and Alex Perez looks like he was going to get there. Doesn't, but it will give the opportunity for the Wings to get some subs on the defensive side of things, which is not exactly what you want. Colin Lauder does get blown by, but Brent Hobson, great sliding tackle, and the Wings can break now through Branson Felty. They've got a 3v2 if they hurry. Branson decides to shoot. Good shot, wide right. Wings recover. Brent Hobson has an opportunity to shoot. Looks like it might have taken a flick off of a Colorado defender there.
That's
and
well done from Brent Hobson.
Yep.
Very good shift from him right
Yep.
now.
Good spell from him on both sides of the field, really. Christian Lima can break. Great ball to Branson Felty. Clipped. Good save from the Inferno keeper, Bustos. Matt Sherrod trying to get he falls down, back up, and now Thomas Morton into the game for his first shift with the Wings. Plays it back to Brent Hobson, and he's in a bit of trouble here. I can't remember if Hammerski has a touch or not. If he does, now's the time to use him.
I guess he does.
There we go.
Yep.
Brent once again in trouble. Thomas needs to track back for some help. Brent just clears it incredibly well to find Juan Zamora. And now we've got a 2v1. Matt Sherrod on the back post if Juan can find him.
Back post right there.
Juan, maybe an opportunity to swing it beyond the keeper with his left to find Matt Sherrod, but so Thomas Morton, number 35, into the game for his first shift with the Wichita Wings. Wings on the defense. Kieran Laking, an incredible defensive play there. He's so solid.
Put his foot on the ball and keep it. Yeah, smart.
Wings had a little bit of miscommunication through running lines through, and Lima has to put the ball out of bounds. We're going to get immediate timeout. When we return, it'll be a free kick for the Inferno. But good to see Thomas Morton get his first shift with the Wichita Wings. Kevin Tenike, the captain, the leader, the veteran, giving him some words of advice for his first shift. LeBaron, you've obviously have seen Kevin from the offset. You and I got to spend his rookie year, you as the coach, me as the commentator. And since then, we're 10 years beyond that. He's grown into now the Wichita team leader, all team MASL. How have you, back then to now, what has been the part of his game that you've seen progress the most?
I'm going to start out as I'm not surprised that he's developed into the player that he's developed into, because even as a rookie, he was very good. He was very good. He understood the game. He reads the game very well. And I think what I see now that's better than from when I saw him 10 years ago is his composure. Right, he's so composed, and you know what they say, as you get older, the game slows down for you, and it looks like it's slowed down for him to where he can make decisions in tight situations, but he's under complete control.
Yeah. Obviously had spent some time in the MASL with you as his coach, and then with alongside Leo Gibson with the Comets for a few years, so he's had some great coaches, great soccer mentors to really turn himself into a mentor on his own, and he's a great coach, and his knowledge is so vital to the team, because on a daily basis, he sheds light on something new for me, and it's great to have him here, and obviously, even as a defender, team's leading point scorer at the moment. So.
Yeah, he's a good leader. He's a really good leader, and that's what I'd like he's developed into. Is a real good leader on the field, off the field. He's not afraid to have a go at players when they need to have a go at, but he's not. He's good at putting his arm around the player when they need to have their arm put around him too.
Speaking of him, he plays it into the left corner for Jared Robbins off the boards. Lucio, good decision there. back to Taylor Henry. Wings in possession here. 5 minutes, 22 seconds. Jared Robbins lays it off for Taylor Henry. Shot blocked. Taylor wins the ball back, and once again, the Wings win the ball back. They have an opportunity to get subs if they want. Out goes Robbins, and in comes Branson Felty. Kevin needs help. Gets it through Hammerski. Hammerski ball into the far right boards for Branson Felty. Doesn't have a lot of help here, but spit back out for Taylor Henry, and my goodness, that one almost reached the parking lot. Hits the exit sign on top, above the doors, out to the parking lot here in Hartman Arena. He's having a smile himself. That was one of the taller shots I've seen here. I think the only guy I've seen hit it higher was Alarji Mulai Job.
Oh yeah, Mulai. Oh,
back
Mulai.
in the day.
Yeah.
He could absolutely strike the ball.
But I'm not upset with him taking that shot.
Oh yeah.
Execution of it, yeah. But the decision to take the shot, no, because he was in a good shooting situation.
Good save from Hammerski. Oh yeah. But yeah, there for Taylor, he knew he was the second man on the attack. He had 3 other defenders behind them, and if it comes out, they're not going to be able to break because he's got the defensive help there.
Yeah, Steven just made a save that I don't think he knew anything about.
The ball was cleared by Perez. Restarted here. Oh, Hammerski takes a chance, grabbing the ball out of air. The referees say it was in his box. And now the Inferno have a 2v1 back the other way. Marcus Jordan over the top, but then it's given away by number 11, Frankie Perez. Juan Zamora does well to hold up there. Good decision to slow things down for the Wings. They've got a 7-3 lead with 4 minutes here in the third. Juan, just one game later, and he played well last night, but he's played much better tonight. Decision-making, finishing, Juan adapting well, it seems.
Yeah, and he's picked. It's good to have back-to-back games for that purpose right there.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have a whole lot of time to have to think about things. He can just implement things that he picked up as the game went on from last night.
Yeah, it helps create that muscle memory a lot faster.
Yes.
And hopefully it becomes second nature. So, as Daniel Sack has been in the penalty box for 5 minutes, the change that Roger Downing made is Thomas Morton is running a 2-person line with Kevin Tenike. So, second shift for him. Doing well. Colin Lauder steps in front of a flighted ball from the Inferno. In the game, at the moment, doesn't have a lot of rhythm. Neither team is really taking control. It's just, it's kind of waiting to be grabbed by either team. And a scattered bit of play from the Inferno in the box. Hammerski, not sure if it was a save or just a touch from him, but whatever it was vital because it was dangerous.
Right, yeah, it saved a goal. It saved a goal.
Hammerski now upset, grabbing his hand. So in all that muck, it looks like maybe Hammerski took a shot to one of his hands. We'll see if there's any sort of repercussions from that over the next couple minutes. Looks like he should be all right. Keepers always are, in the muck and always in precarious situations that seem to get them just slightly injured, but he'll carry on. Jared Robbins turns, can shoot, doesn't connect with it like we know he can.
He doesn't, but that off-speed shot almost caught the goalkeeper, off guard a bit. It just came in at a little slower pace than he was anticipating, and it almost snuck it in.
Yeah, Bustos went down expecting something with some power, doesn't get it. But now Wings break again. Branson Felty to the right side, Laking back in for Felty, cut out well by the Inferno, and they try to break, but Christian Lima steps through. But actually, ball's now played down the left side to Ventura Dominguez, and cut out well by Matt Sherrod. But the Inferno still have the opportunity here on the break, but they've only got 4 attackers. Marcus Jordan shoots and scores, and Hammerski, rightly so, not happy when the Wings had 5v4 on the defensive end and still scored on.
At one point, it was 5v3. But I think what happens, you got some tired guys coming off, right? Some tired guys, some heavy legs, stayed on a little bit too long, and it ended up biting them.
Yeah. Hammerski very upset with the proceedings there. I'm not sure if someone didn't get down or he couldn't see or if no one was tracked correctly.
It
but
was Lima. Lima didn't track this player. That when we went on an overlap, Lima didn't track the player, Marcus Jordan.
Good finish from Marcus Jordan, though, with his left across Hammerski's goal. Bottom left corner, really good finish. And the Inferno will pull one back here with 2 minutes left. 7-4, Wings lead with 1:50 left in the fourth quarter. Daniel Sack back in the game, served his time, ball sent across by the Inferno, cut out by Hobson, and they've got another chance to score, and the Inferno do after a poor cross from Brent Hobson, and the Inferno really taking advantage of some poor defensive scattered play from the Wings here, and they're creeping back into the game.
Some sloppy play from Wichita right now. They need to regroup and get back to what they can do, what they've been doing well, which is keeping the ball, getting 5 guys behind it, not giving up chances like they just given up right there. Being pretty solid in the back.
It can be a game of runs, and right now we said the game was kind of scattered, but and nobody really had a foothold in it. But since then, the Inferno have taken it, and they've scored 2 goals, and right back in it, 7-5. And the Wings would do themselves well to try to get one before the fourth here and extend this lead back to 3.
And absolutely, it's a game of momentum. This is absolutely a game of momentum, and right now all the momentum's with Colorado.
Juan Zamora apologizes. You saw what he tried to do. Tried to flick it over the top to a streaking David Lucio, but didn't get the trajectory he wanted. The Inferno will take back over. So back to Brent Hobson here. 50 seconds left. Hobson across it to David Lucio, and he gets lucky, and the Wings can break. Lucio through the middle, and that's got to be a foul, and it is. So Lucio, well done to just drive and go direct, and he's going to draw a blue here, so the Wings will have a power play for 38 seconds here in the third quarter, and if they don't score, they'll have it for another minute 20 or so in the fourth quarter. But that's better from Lucio. He's got the momentum, just drive. He's got the direct route to goal.
And I think what he was doing is, and which is very smart, is he was driving to his left, but he knew he had a runner on his right-hand side. And he was drawing them in, and then he was going to look to play it to that streaking player on his right-hand side. You could tell by the way he slowed up a little bit to try and bait them into that scenario.
So Lucio draws the power play. Wings, same power play team as earlier. Hobson, Tenike, Lauder, Laking, Robbins. That converted one fairly easily through Brent Hobson. We'll see if they can do it again here. 30 seconds left in the third.
Wichita would do themselves a favor if they went to a box with 2 up top, since Colorado's playing with the diamond.
Well, they've allowed Jared a lot of space in there to receive, really. He's received it a couple times early on in the power play here. And for a third time,
that's
Laking.
A dangerous ball.
Down low to Lauder. Decent ball, but Robbins hadn't dropped soon enough to take advantage. And so 38 seconds of the power play gone. They'll have a minute 22 more of it in the fourth quarter. So not really a quarter where either team took advantage and took a further advantage of anything. If anything, the Inferno finished stronger, so they'll have a little bit of the momentum you talked about going into the fourth.
I think so too. I think if you, the scale tips a little bit in favor of the Inferno coming off that quarter. They've got the last goal, the last 2 goals actually, and so they're the hot team right now. Wichita they'll be fine. It's got to, especially if they score off this power play. That'll be a good result there, is getting a goal off this power play.
So the Inferno, knowing that they scored 2 goals off of what were essentially defensive mistakes from the Wings, are they in there saying time to put a little bit more pressure on if we're gonna try to come back and win this game, because there might be a little bit of lack of confidence at the back for them. We need to put the pressure on because that's where our goals are coming from.
I think first and foremost is they want to kill this penalty. I think that's the number one conversation going on, kill this penalty. And then I don't think they change anything right now, but later in the game maybe they can put pressure on, because I think if they try and pressure too much or too early in the quarter, then they may not have the legs to to finish the game out the way they need to. So I think they continue what they're doing because it's gotten them to within 2 goals. But the first and foremost, they need to kill this penalty.
So for the Wings, they obviously it's much more of a competitive game going into the fourth than it was last night. The game was pretty much decided by this point. It was just be smart and finish it out. Tonight it's a bit different. It's a proper game. So what do they need to do to really finish out tonight? Because if they don't score and it's 7v5, what are the Wings doing for the rest of the quarter?
I think the rest of the quarter is, like you said earlier, they want to make sure they're getting five behind the ball, right? That's important. They get 5 behind the ball and don't take chances in the back. There's nothing wrong with putting your foot through it sometimes and then just regrouping and say, okay, we're going to give you the ball back, but we're not gonna give it to you in a compromising position.
Yeah. Very well put. Kind of live to die another day if you have to.
Yeah.
So Johnny Freedom sees the third and fourth quarter game for some fans down there off, and we will get proceedings underway here for the fourth quarter between the Wichita Wings and the Colorado Inferno. The Wings will start the fourth on the power play, 1:22 left from a blue card that happened in the third. Colorado will have the kickoff, so they'll have the opportunity to run a few extra seconds off here before the Wings will ultimately, hopefully, take possession and come on the attack and see if they can get another power play goal here. So the Inferno do well to get the ball into their offensive half. Brent Hobson, another dangerous ball attempted back to Stephen Hammerski. He finally does collect, and the Wings can head back the other way.
Be good for the Wings to get a goal on this. Stretch that lead a little bit.
Absolutely. Once again, Jared Robbins is having a lot of touches in that middle area on this power play. If anything is going to come from this play, you expect at the moment it might come from Jared. Colin off the wall, almost lands on Jared's head, but cut out by an Inferno defender. Wings restart. Kieran down this right side here. Nothing doing there. Hobson back to Kieran. To Lauder down low. Back to Kieran. He wants it on his left. That one was for his right. Hobson to Kevin. Nowhere to shoot. Lauder in the middle. Shot for Brent Hobson. Blocked well. Kieran, opportunity to shoot. Once again blocked. Colin Lauder. Oh, a cheeky attempt. Kevin, once again, Inferno doing very well, and they have definitely killed this penalty and kept themselves right in this game 7-5. Great defensive effort there from the Inferno.
And this is an important phase of the game right here, is immediately after the penalty. Don't want to give the ball away, right?
And Lucio almost does. He's actually still got some work to do. Does well to find Hammerski, and a bouncing ball. Lucio will do well to keep that in. Does. Pushes it by the Inferno defender and can go on his way. Has a bit of help through Felty. Doesn't find him. Tenike picks it up. Still has the opportunity. He just kind of rifles the ball towards the goal, blocked by the Inferno. And the game's pace is picked up here over the first. After the penalty kill, the Inferno are ready to run.
Yeah, if they're going to limit Inferno to shots like they just took right there, then that's okay. They'll take that all day, every day.
Yep, shots from that.
Yeah.
From that 3-point range is plenty fine. Hammerski collects well. Wings get a few subs. Over the top for Matt Sherrod. He gets there, holds up well. Cross the ball to Perez. Perez, left corner to Felty. Can't collect, but then does collect. He is a sneaky player. You think he's down and out, and then he turns around and he's got the ball in a scoring position.
Yes, he knows how to find the ball. He knows where to get to the ball.
Branson, really well done. Turns, shoots, good shot, blocked well by Bustos, recovered by Sherrod. He tries to find Felty, can't do it. Branson once again recovered well. And the Wings are trying to find the way to goal here. Matt shoots, blocked. That must have been on target because the keeper really laid out for it.
I think it was. I think that was on target. Some orange bodies in between to block it, but that ball was going on frame.
Alex Perez here just can kind of see it back to Stephen Hammerski. Had plenty of help from Hobson and Daniel Sack. The Wings have begun to kind of take control here in the last couple minutes.
I'm looking at a few of the Colorado players, and they're laboring a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
They're breathing heavy out there.
Unlucky from Hammerski. He cuts inside well to relieve the pressure from the Wings, but then unlucky bounce and out of bounds. Inferno on the attack, played into these close left boards here, guarded by Taylor Henry. Turning, and then, yep, they're going to get a foul on Taylor Henry, on Steve Torres, and the Inferno will have a free kick in a dangerous spot here.
It's almost like a corner kick.
Yep. And if they can capitalize, we're looking at a one-goal game. So the Wings really need to focus, get in front of these shots here. And wow.
That was Taylor.
That one.
Henry-esque.
Yep. That one went above the exit sign that Taylor hit earlier. So Wings escape there. I have a free kick. A throw through Stephen Hammerski. 11 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Wings 7, Colorado Inferno 5. Brandon Bustos comes out, does well for the Inferno to start a break for them. And now you got Armando Gonzalez, usually playing target man for the Inferno, is now playing defense, so maybe they've changed up a bit of personnel to try to get back into this game. Armando, usually one of their go-to scorers with that left foot, but maybe they need someone more solid in defense as the game winds down.
This is good from Wichita right now. They're causing Colorado to run a lot and to cover a lot of ground. This is very good.
Yeah, great ball in the middle to Christian Lima.
Nothing's on.
Taylor Henry. Robbins, Lima, really, really good indoor soccer there. Just last minute block from the Inferno, but that was lovely.
Yeah.
Precise stuff.
Yeah, that's what they need. That's what they need to do and continue. They need more of that, right? More of that ball movement, stretch the field a little bit. Okay, cause Colorado to have to run.
Poor ball from Daniel Sack, cut out by Gonzalez. I think he tried to chip Hammerski.
He was tired. Yeah, it was a tired man. So he didn't want to run anymore.
Hobson clipped around off the boards. Can't get it back though. Branson Felty creating absolute havoc here for the Wings. And unlucky from Brent Hobson, who the double team came but wasn't snuffed out. But now the Wings are on the attack again. David Lucio, he's 1-on-3. He's got a lot to do here. Off the boards, Branson Felty, goal. Wow.
I'll tell you what, Branson Felty, okay, that's a name that Wichita's going to remember.
His positioning, his ability to find the space where he thinks the ball might go, take a chance, and then the finish.
And the finish,
beautiful.
right? He closes out with a good finish.
So David Lucio on the assist, and David, hey, well done to Lucio. He was pretty much 1-on-3, almost 1-on-4. Does pretty much the only opportunity he had was to clip it off the boards into a dangerous situation. Branson read it well, and the flick finish was fantastic.
That's a classic indoor soccer goal. It looks like David Lucio looks like he's running into no man's land with nothing, but got the boards to help you out.
Yeah, really well worked by both those guys. And now the Wings 3v2 if they hustle. Lauder, right side to Lucio. Poor first touch. It's going to send, oh, nope, another poor first touch from Rivas. Lauder Rivas in the battle here on this close side. Inferno breakaway. Lauder tracks back really well. Kieran Laking with the interception. Now David Lucio. Lucio's been on for a long time here. He's got to be tired. Juan Zamora really well. Lucio 1v1 if he wants it. Toward the right. Not his favorite side. Once again, ball off the boards into the middle. There's just not a Wings player to take a chance there. So Lucio doing much better here in this fourth quarter. He's been on for a long time, though. He's got to be gassed.
Yeah, I like what he did there, though. He's a natural lefty, and, you know, everyone knows he's going left. But if he can go right a few times, then he'll open up that lethal left foot, open up opportunities for his lethal left foot. But it's good that he decided to go right there.
And Lucio will get his sub. And a good save from Stephen Hammerski there from a really good created chance from the Inferno. Ball goes out for a corner kick. Up top, shot. Just wide, another shot, too high, and we'll have a throw through Hammerski, and I think we'll get the media timeout here, under 8. So the Wings don't convert on the power play to open up the fourth quarter. However, they keep control of the game. David Lucio comes up with a really a brave run into kind of some traffic, and Branson Felty's intuition and kind of ability to he's got a nose for space in the goal, and a beautifully worked goal to give the Wings that 3-goal cushion again.
Yeah, like we talked about, he gets himself into goal-scoring situation or goal-scoring positions, and what he does well is when he's in those goal-scoring positions, he scores the goals.
Another, I mean, he can strike the ball. We've seen him hit it from top of the box, from outside the box. He can strike the ball well, but what he's really keen at is those balls right in front of the keeper where it's a tough finish, but he's got all the workings to flick it one way or the other. Yeah. It doesn't matter where he is. He seems to just have that nose for goal. And I believe that is 10. Yep, 10 on the season for Branson Felty. And now he'll match Kevin Tenike as the team's top point scorer. So the Wings in the huddle, Kevin taking control here, telling the team how to finish out the game here. They've got 8 minutes, a 3-goal lead, and both teams at the backside of a doubleheader got to be tiring. Right now it's conserve, play defense, quick substitution, smart substitutions, nothing. Don't take any chances, and let's see this out for this home crowd.
Exactly. You don't give any odd number rushes towards your goal. You know, don't let them back into this game by being lazy defensively.
Right. You got the whole week to recover. If you've got a gut-busting run back to help out a defense that needs it, that's fine. Then get your sub.
Yes.
7:59 left in the fourth. Hammerski, long throw to Jared Robbins, finds him well. Good flick touch, intended for Alex Perez. The keeper, that's got to be, it touched the board. So, yep. For a moment, we thought top of the box, but it did clip the board, so it'll be side out. Brent Hobson will take. Tenike above him. Hobson's going to shoot, and it's a decent shot, a bit high. Bustos didn't have to make a save, but Kieran Laking holding off his defender well. Looking to turn inside. Clip for Colin Lauder. Lauder battling. He's dispossessed. Inferno trying to get out here, but the pressure stays. Brent Hobson stays. Laking shot. Oy, and a great save from Bustos onto his post. Well worked by the Wings there. That was a good save from Bustos there.
That was a great save. That was a great save. Everyone thought that was going in, including me.
Yeah. As did I. Lucio again. Oh, great 1-2 touch to himself. Down the left side. Can clip it in the middle. Tries. Bustos sticks out a leg for the intervention. That ball was intended for Jared Robbins. He would potentially tapping that in there.
This is a good spell for Wichita. They've had this Colorado group out for about 2 minutes now.
Yep.
And they've already got a couple subs. And this is where players have to be a little bit unselfish, you know, knowing that if they're on that first shift, they're setting up players that are going to come on the second shift and even the third shift behind you.
Right, Inferno can now, well, a couple will get subs, but they're going to go on a 2v3 break, not in their favor. Now Taylor Henry can turn, and it's, yeah, good decision from Taylor if he can find his way out of this. Maybe we'll get a foul, and we do. He maybe gets bailed out.
Yeah, I think he got bailed out a little bit, but, you know, his hard work paid off for him.
Yeah. Wings restart. Kieran Laking on this close side to David Lucio. Back to Laking. Chipped into the middle for Juan Zamora. Takes it off his thigh. Double teamed. But pushes it in to the far left side for himself. And now the double team continues, and he's probably going to get squeezed out of there. He does. Ten accepts well, but an unlucky bounce.
That little moment right there highlights Kevin's understanding of the indoor game. He read that ball was going to try and be played off the board, and he stepped close to the board to take that option away.
Mm-hmm. You did well there. Kept the Wings on the attack. Kept the Inferno defenders on, and the Wings can keep them running, keep them moving, and they can almost sub at will since they're here towards their bench end here. Laking put into the far left board. Zamora, the double team came again. He's dispossessed again, and he's probably going to get called for a foul there. He does. Might be a little tired. A sub's coming. Ball played to the left here. Shot blocked well from Daniel Sack, and that might be top of the box. It is. Sack's upset with himself. Jared Robbins arguing maybe he thought it took a deflection or something.
I think he was saying from up here, I'm not a lip reader, but he was arguing they had 6 players on the field.
Oh.
That's a miss hit.
Yeah, really strange touch off the restart from the Inferno. And back the other way is Lauder to Lucio, right side, cuts inside, got to be a foul. And it is, and Lucio has done really well to take players on, draw fouls, and make them foul him. And pretty much every time he's cut left, they've had to foul him because that cutback is just so quick. It's hard to read, especially when you don't know it's coming.
You got to believe, though, teams that if they do their homework, they know he wants to get to his left side, you know. But, you know, you never know. I mean, the thing, too, is you know he wants to get to his left, but he's so good, he's still getting to the left even though they know it's coming.
And, I mean, at the back end, 5-6 minutes left of a doubleheader, it's not just your legs that are tired. You know, your brain's tired. There's a certain amount of focus that you're trying to maintain, but it's difficult just because everything is overworked and you're trying to just finish it out. So not just those guys who are trying to guard Lucio, but even the Wings, they're trying to maintain focus and hold on to the ball for 5 minutes and just maintain as much possession as possible because they're up. Right, take chances. But at this point, is the majority of it mental?
It's 100% mental.
Yeah.
It's 100% mental, you know. And you know what they say, when you get tired, the first thing to go is not your legs, it's your brain, right? And so, but no, this is 100% mental. It's 5 minutes left of this game. You're up 8-5, all right? Can you see this game out in a professional way?
And another important thing for the Wings to remember is if the Inferno start to realize it's not going their way again and there's no way back, if they try to get too aggressive, the Wings have to realize that's fine. Just walk away from every situation.
Exactly.
Don't get into some silly altercation that's going to put you on a power kill or something silly. Just walk away from everything at this point.
That's that professional situation or that professional mentality that I'm talking about.
Right.
You know, they want to be professional, see this out, like I said, in a very professional way. You know, because, you know, Colorado may come out and play a little more physical to force to play. You know, you never know. But, you know, get to the sixth attack, get to the point where they're at sixth attacker, you know, and then you see what happens from there.
All right, restart through Brent Hobson. He shoots. It's blocked, and it will go out of play, so we'll have a restart here through the side. I think Kevin might have wanted it clipped over to him. Kieran Laking down the boards to Jared Robbins. He'll get double teamed. Back to Laking. Back inside, across the face for Brent, but wasn't going to get there, so Colin recovers. Now Brent looked like that might have hit a fan, but play continues. Jared Robbins holds it up really well. Oh, tried a 1-2 there with Brent and Kevin, but Brent wasn't on the same page. Lauder will pick up the pass gone awry.
Got a Colorado player down in the corner there.
Oh, yeah. Crowd not happy. They feel like there was they had every right to continue to play there on the attack.
He's holding his knee. As soon as he went down to clear that ball, he immediately grabbed his knee.
So the trainer will come out for the Inferno player down. It's, yeah, he looks like he's in a fair amount of pain. The trainer will tend to him, and it's always that, you know, that moment where do you stop it? What's right? It's not a head injury, but yeah, it's a serious knee. Could be a serious knee injury. I mean, as a ref, you gotta stop it there to, especially since it's a much more compact area than the outdoor game.
In the outdoor game, you can maybe get away with not calling that, but the indoor game, you know, I think you gotta err on the side of, you know, the situation.
So it's number 14, Steve Torres, that's got the injury. He is up and putting pressure on that left leg, being helped off by a fellow player. So should be all right. Not sure if we'll see him back again, but we wish him the best. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. So the Wings edging closer to those back-to-back victories, the doubleheader victories. They've got possession and have had it here for a while. Jared Robbins in the middle to Colin Lauder. Beautifully done. Good save from Bustos. But once again, a good piece of indoor play from those two.
That's very good. That's very good work from Jared, and then a good run off of him from Colin. I think Colin took one touch too many. You know, he probably he rolled it well, and he probably should have struck it on that next touch.
Bit unlucky, but Bustos really made a good save there.
He did. We can't take nothing away from that.
Yeah. He's done well tonight. Obviously, he's halved what the Wings did last night, so well done to him and to the Inferno defense. There's been times where they haven't been as organized as I think they'd like, but then there's been other times where they've really frustrated the Wings.
Yeah, they played a much better game tonight, you know, than they did last night. You know, here they go again with an opportunity here at 3v2.
Ishmael Morales down the left side looking for some help. He's got it. Shot comes in. Did Hammerski save it?
I think Hammerski got a hand of that.
It was a really well-struck shot towards his near post, but Hammerski stuck his paws up and got something on it.
Wholesale changes for everybody.
Kieran Laking. Just a grimace of, I don't know if he's picked up a knock or he's just exhausted, but Juan Zamora holding up here, but gets double teamed and dispossessed. Matt Sherrod steps in to win it back for the Wings. Does well to Zamora, and Lucio.
Lucio was wide open.
Yeah, he missed Lucio, and Lucio's upset, but Lucio still got the space. Oh, he tries to find Sherrod on the back post. Not a great ball.
It's a good look, though. It was a very dangerous look, you know.
Yeah.
You know, that's one thing I think is that people lose sight of with David Lucio. His passing is usually pretty good. He's pretty good at having those key passes to players that are in good goal-scoring positions.
And there he finds Matt Sherrod. Oh, he thought Juan might have been making that run down the left boards there. He didn't do it, and then Juan commits a foul. So I feel like Juan Zamora has 3, 4, maybe even 5 fouls, so they might need to get him off.
Yeah, he had 3. He's at 5.
So 6, I believe, is where you're penalized. So he's probably done for the night. Wow. Great take, great shot from the Inferno. Left-footed strike by, let me get the number here. I believe it's number 7. Devin Gudashesi. So really just a goal from nothing. Ball long over the top, and Goodashesi took it really well.
Yeah, that was a really good finish. You know, I mean, nothing Hammerstein can do on that one. He struck it hard and low to the side netting, far post.
So now it gets interesting. 8-6, 2 minutes left, but I'm not seeing a sixth attacker. Is this seems like the time to go for sixth attacker?
You would think, yeah, you would think this is the time to go sixth attacker. You're 2 goals down in less than 2 minutes to play. You know,
even when you're down 3 at that point, there's nothing to lose. So
well, they've changed goalkeepers though too, so maybe he's planning on coming forward.
Yeah, you know what? You're probably right. He's probably just the sixth attacker. They probably trust his foot skills enough where, and that's Casey Gasson. So he will, we assume, play sixth attacker if and when the Inferno retain possession of the ball.
All
but right now,
needs to do is keep the ball. That's all they need to do.
Yep.
Keep the ball. Keep them running.
Which Taylor's doing really well over here on this close side to Laking. Now to Sack. Back to Laking. Down the boards to Taylor. He's gonna do well to get out of this. Branson Felty does incredibly well. Keeper comes out. Gasson slides really well. Really necessary tackle. 1 minute, 15 seconds left, 8-6. Down this close side to Branson Felty, looking for some help. Finds it through Daniel Sack.
He's come back with the ball.
Yep.
Needs to keep it.
Oy. Sack clipped off the ball, but Kieran Laking comes to his rescue, and the Wings are a minute away from starting this season
Taylor needs to
and
put his
continuing
foot on the ball.
undefeated. Oh, all right. A little bit of afters
Too
there
many players on the field
for
Wichita.
Branson
Felty hadn't got off yet before somebody went on.
Yikes. So it looks like Brent Hobson's going to go to the penalty box, and now the Inferno will essentially have sixth attacker here against 4 for 51 seconds. So the Wings are going to do it the hard way.
Yeah, and if I'm Colorado, I'm looking to get a goal early. Try and get some shots off early and get a goal early.
Yep. Put it into a dangerous area. You got to just create something, and they've put it into a good spot, and they've done it easy.
That's exactly what they needed to do.
That's going to be Armando Gonzalez with his second of the night. And that happened quick, and now you've got 42 seconds for the Wings to hold on to a 1-goal lead here, 8-7. So well worked by the Inferno to find the open man and for Gonzalez to finish quickly.
Yeah, I got to imagine that the keeper that they put in, they take a timeout. Yeah, took a timeout. Yeah, Casey, I got to imagine he's going to play as a sixth attacker for them. I can't. Well, no, it looks like Marcus Jordan's putting the jersey on.
So they will go to sixth attacker here as Casey Jordan puts on the green Inferno jersey. So it's 8-7 here, down to the wire. So the Inferno, they've come back today. They've shown some heart. They've shown some serious defensive fortitude. And even though they've been down the majority of the match, there's no give up in it. They're ready to fight to the end here, and who knows?
Well, and they've got the we talked about momentum, right? They got the momentum right now, and they're not tired right now, right? They've just played 2 games, but they're 1 goal away from tying this up, so they don't feel the tiredness that they were a few minutes ago, right? They're full of energy right now because they're ready to go and get that goal to tie the game up.
So the Wings have gone incredibly defensive here. All 4 defensive starters on the pitch right now, and then Taylor Henry. So a big defensive focused. Down the boards, Brent Hobson playing the target man at the moment. Cut out, but then recovered by Brent.
That's smart.
A lot of defensive-minded players in there. We're going to get a foul on the Inferno. So free kick essentially right on the corner circle for Brent Hobson.
This is one of those where do you go for goal, do you keep it? Do you keep it swinging all the way back to Kevin Tenike, right?
They try to sort something out there deep in this corner, and we're going to have a scuffle to see who comes out alive with the ball. It is the Inferno. You've got 8 seconds left, and a really great challenge from Brent Hobson. Then a step in from Daniel Sack. He puts it up in the air, and the Wings will win 8-7 here inside Hartman Arena. So a much better contested game tonight than last night. The Inferno obviously changed things up. The effort, the defensive structure, and plan to give the Wings a better test. What are your thoughts on the battle tonight, LeBaron?
It was a well played game. From both teams today. You know they had to have been tired, but they did. The Wings at the end of the day did what they needed to do to get the win, which was score the goals they needed to score when they did, and defend when they needed to. So it wasn't pretty at times, but not all games are going to be pretty. And if you get the result, look at it. If you don't play well and still get the results, you're doing something well.
Mm-hmm. So tonight from Hartman Arena, once again, the Wichita Wings win and open the season undefeated. Still, score tonight 8-7. Your Wings goals are. Oh yeah, next week Wings return Saturday, January 15th here for the final home game of this opening home game stint against the New Mexico Runners. 7 o'clock here at Hartman Arena. So be sure to join us next week here in 6 days for another Wings home game. Goals tonight, Alex Perez, 2 for Brent Hobson, 2 for Juan Zamora, 2 for Branson Felty, and 1 for Colin Lauder. LeBaron, before we go, any final thoughts about the team and the first few games and looking forward for the season?
It's a great start by Wichita. What are they, 5-0 now?
Yep.
5-0, what a great start. Something definitely to build off of and continue as they go through this season. So hats off to the guys and to the fellas for coming out and doing what they need to get the wins that they've gotten.
Everyone, thanks for joining us here on the Wichita Wings in the MASL2 broadcast. Peter Espinosa and LeBaron Holloman signing off, and we'll see you next week for the Wichita Wings versus the New Mexico Runners.
Honestly, I'm just trying to survive there. After a year off, it's been a while, so it's fun to be back there.
Do you want to give a shout out to anybody on there tonight?
Hi, little Cooper.
Where's Cooper at? Cooper! Little baby Hobson out there. Ladies and gentlemen, your man of the match, Brent Hobson! Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, man, I forget how many wins do we have now, friends? Yeah, starting off the season 4-0. We got another one coming up, a tough battle coming up for us. But it's easy to play in Hartman Arena when you're in front of the best fans in indoor soccer right here in Wichita, Kansas. Thank you!
We'll see you Saturday night, January 15th, right back here at Hartman Arena, 7 p.m. kickoff. Your Wichita Wings versus the New Mexico Runners. Get your tickets today at hartmanarena.com. And bring a friend.